Everybody, hope everybody had a great Christmas and great Q4. Looking forward to the new year. I haven't done one of these videos. I haven't done any videos in a week or two. Sorry about that. Just been kind of busy with everything. Photography took off here in December, and Q4 took off for me. You know, starting December 1st, Amazon, eBay both kind of turned on the on switch and did real well. Now things after Christmas have slowed down again, but that's another story for another time. I'm going to show you 10 items, random items that I sold, 5 from eBay and 5 on Amazon. And just got to give you an idea of what I sell and what can sell out there. Do your research, of course, as always. Start out with Amazon. This is one of those they call bookshelf games. It looks like a little book. I didn't sell mine new. I found mine used at a Salvation Army for $1 or $2, but I did sell it for $68 here. And a lot of the games that I had sitting around, that I've been sitting for a month or two or more, and books, all of a sudden started selling on Amazon. It was probably one of my better months on Amazon, if not my best month. So look out for these bookcase games, but do your research. They don't all sell for this high. I've had a Monopoly and a Clue game. They only went for like 30 bucks. Where are we at next? This is a book I picked up several months ago, and I got it for $1. I don't remember if it was garage sale or swap meet, but you can see some of the prices here. I sold mine as used, and I sold it for $98. You can see here used from 29, so that's pretty good. Yeah, very good. I sold mine as very good, I believe, and it sold a week or so ago for $98. So some of those high, let's go back to see what the rank was on this book. It's ranked pretty good at 182,000. So it's a good rank, and it took me a month or so to sell, but I was happy. $98 from $1. Here's a game I got at Salvation Army, and I can't remember if it was, I think it was opened, so I think I sold it as collectible. I don't know, it might have been new. I'll have to go back and check mine, but I sold it. Let's go back and see. Boom, 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 boom. You have to find it here. Pardon me while I search for it, because I'm kind of curious now if I sold it as new or as collectible. I'm not seeing it here how I sold it as, but I sold it for 50 bucks. And then I paid $1 or $2 at the probably the most $2.50 at Salvation Army, and it sold for 50 bucks. It even had they bought gift wrapping and had a little Christmas message saying that this is one of their favorite games and they hope that you liked it as well. So that was kind of sweet. But yeah, games and books started selling. Yeah, that's my wife. Here's another book that I picked up at the swap meet for, I want to say 50 cents. I actually merchant fulfilled this because I didn't have enough to go into. I was trying to get into Amazon, but they wanted to send to the 3 different warehouses or 4 different warehouses. So I only sent the stuff to one warehouse, and I merchant fulfilled this, and it sold the next day for $69. So yeah, be on any of those tech type books, medical books, textbooks, they sell. So, and then the last Amazon one was a puzzle. I bought a lot of puzzles a couple months ago from Goodwill for like $2, $3, $4 a piece. And they sat until Christmas, and they all sold Christmas time. This particular puzzle, I think, sold for around this price for 40 bucks. It was new sealed. I don't pick up any open puzzles anymore. Just new sealed, and I do scan them because not all new sealed puzzles are going to do well. But look for your Springboks, look for your Ravensburgers. Those were the ones that do well. I even had a Disney one that sold for $50. With like a Peter Pan one or something like that. But it was a rare one. So let's jump into the eBay. I know y'all heard about Little Pet Shops. I bought a couple lots of Little Pet Shop toys for $10 a pop, and each one had like 40 of them in there. I'm still listing some. But yeah, this one here sold for $66 plus shipping. So keep an eye out. Your dogs go well. I read somewhere, and I'll probably do a little video on them, or a blog post, that your green eyes are the rarer ones, as opposed to the blue eyes. Purple eyes do well. But yeah, $69. I was rather shocked. And I actually, when I posted this, the story was, I listed it right before bed. I woke up to an offer for $30 plus someone buying it, but not paying for it yet. So I talked to eBay, and the seller looked fishy, so they agreed to cancel it. And so I relisted it, and I had 3 offers on it, and I held off on the offers, and somebody finally bought it for full price. This was my asking price. So yeah, there was a lot of demand for this one. And I've sold probably a dozen since then for anywhere from $5 up to $25. So look out for your Little Pet Shops. This was a Mindflex dual game. I think you might have seen it in one of Chad's videos. I saw him do it. You put these little bands on your head, and you float the ball and try to go through a maze. And this one you can do head-to-head. I also sold one by itself, a solo player one that I sold for $50. This one I sold for $76, and it went to somebody in Turkey. So they actually paid like $60 shipping as well. So keep an eye out for these Mindflex games. I'm not going to say bolo. I hate the term bolo. Next one, again, your Legos. This was a Lego base plate. I actually got this out of one of those Lego games they make. This was a Minotaur maze game, but it was incomplete. But I picked the whole game up for $1 and sold the base plate here. I sold it best offer for $11.05 plus shipping. And it went out into first class shipping. And I still have all the Lego pieces in it that I'll lot out later. So it was a good deal for $1 to break out. But base plates sell pretty well and pretty fast. And then there's this. I actually picked up a new George Foreman little rotisserie grill here you see, and I sold it on Bonanza for $125, but I also picked up another one the next couple days at the Swamp Meet for $5, and it turned out not to be complete, not a big deal, but I ripped it all apart. And this is one of the parts I sold. I've sold 3 parts off of it so far. I paid $5, so this part alone, and this is just the timer knob. Nothing else, just a little plastic knob that I sold for $9 plus shipping, first class shipping. I've also sold a motor off of it, and I forget another part, but yeah, it breaks apart. The parts sell. It may take a little while, but yeah, something to part out. And the last item from eBay here is this little doohickeys. I picked this up in a case that I paid $5 for the bag plus a bunch of miscellaneous scrapbooking parts. I was kind of shocked. I've sold these, I'll click here. I've sold these things here by themselves before, the pair, for $10. But this had these little oval things, circle things, and these blade cutters in this cutting board that goes with it. I sold the whole set together. I was really shocked to see that they go for $70 plus shipping. So, and it went in a couple days after I listed it. It took me a while to get it listed, but yeah, so look out for scrapbooking supplies. you can often sell these things pretty good for new. So that's it for the 10 items I've sold. I've sold a lot, like I said, between December 1st and Christmas. It's kind of slowed down a bit for me, especially on Amazon. Amazon's back to a trickle. So I'm hoping things pick up. I hope you guys did well again for Q4, and I hope things continue to do well for you going into Q1 again for the new year. So I'll talk to you guys later in another video, hopefully sooner than I did this one, and hope you guys find lots of goodies. Talk to you later.